Welcome to Katy TV. I'm Katy and I'm a transformation and change expert. I'm here to guide you in knowing yourself better and defining it as a brand. So episode 1 is all about fear. I'm going to describe my own story of fear around my story of who I am. I was an immigrant, I am an immigrant, came to the United States and always wanted to be a lawyer. Wanted to be a lawyer because I really wanted to make a difference for people. Long story short, I became a lawyer, had a beautiful, successful career until the day I realized it was not enough for me. I wasn't making a difference in anyone's life. At that point, this is 2 years before the recession, I changed careers completely. I decided to do something else, which is what you see here. This is the effect of 10 years of this. And was that scary for me? Was I in fear? Of course I was. Everyone thought I was crazy because 2 years before the recession, no one was changing and transforming themselves. I thought I was crazy. So there was a ton of fear around this process for me. However, I knew I couldn't go back. The only place I could go was to go forward. And so I tell you that example because I want you to understand that I've been there and I've done that. And what really got me through was the stuff we want to talk about today. So how do you know you're in fear? Well, a couple of things happen. You're in paralysis mode. So at that point in my journey, in my story, I could have just frozen still and become perhaps an unemployed person and not done anything. However, I just felt like I had to keep moving. The other thing to know you're in fear is the symptom of perfectionism, like nothing is good enough. Because we don't know what to do next, so we might as well just hover here and hang out and try to make it perfect. It doesn't work. And then the third symptom is anger. When we're in fear, we become angry. With who? Well, first we're angry with ourselves for being in fear mode, but we're not going to take it out on ourselves. We're going to take it out on other people because it's easier to do that, to take our fear around not being able to do something different and change and shift and dump it on other people by becoming angry at them. The next question to be asking yourself is, what's driving this fear? And the answer that I found over the years is not feeling good enough. So as an immigrant, I look at this for myself as a subconscious block, which is what we talk about with our clients. My subconscious block is that as an immigrant, I'm not good enough and I'm not liked enough, right? Which is ludicrous, but it's something that drives people to always feel like they're not good enough and loved enough, and that's what drives the real fear. How do we fix this, should be what you're asking next. Well, the fix is really not in a doing, it's in a being. It's called self-awareness. Are you even aware that you're having this fear around whatever it is? Because if you're not aware of it, how are you ever going to change it? So self-awareness is critical. Once you actually have that self-awareness, then we can actually then start the transformation journey where you start forgiving yourself for that fear, forgiving others for that fear, and really having that courage and being brave enough to look at things differently and try things on in a new light and change those old patterns and habits and thoughts. So what does this mean for you? Well, stop and consider. Do you know you're in fear? And where does your fear show up? Are you happy, or are you just living within a comfort zone that's kind of fooling yourself around this fear that you have? And if you don't change and grow, then how are you ever going to evolve and get better? Now that you've identified the fear and taken the first step on this transformation journey, are you ready to keep going on the journey with me? The next episode, we're going to cover what to do about the fear and how to change, and that's going to get really exciting. So come with me on this journey of transformation, be brave, and I'll see you on the next episode. Until then, Katy out.